everybody. How are you? Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I want to begin by thanking all you guys for all your wonderful comments you've been leaving me, and all our interactions have been so wonderful. And all you new subscribers, welcome. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing in terms of your comments and your private reads and your beautiful interactions. It's really great, keeps the energy up and gets me excited to do these longer reads, which I'm preparing for you. Quite a few of you asked if I could do larger pick-a-card picks. And I'm going to do in tonight's is, am I their fantasy type? And we have 6 choices. We're going to start with number 1, the Gatherer. Number 2, the Owl. Number 3, the Ghost Dance. Number 4, the Upperworld. Number 5, the Staff. Number 6, the Drum. So I'll let you look at those images, and let you pick the imagery that calls to you, as well as the title. I really like using these as choice cards because they sort of, art can be so moving, and I'm compelled to pick something faster and a beautiful piece of art than any number or gemstone or something like that. I really love it. And yeah, I thought the set looked really festive and warm and very November in New England for sure, all the rich reds and oranges and stuff. So I wanted to let you guys know while you're making your choice too, that I'm now loading up the Patreon page with some videos that I'm not posting on here. So any of you guys that are going to be part of my Patreon page, that you can get these select videos. If it's as low as if you donate $1 a month, and it's just fun stuff I do out in my yard. They're regular stuff on manifesting, they're regular reads, all different things. They're just, you know, there'll be 15-20 minute videos or whatever, and compilations of what you people wanted for from topics as well. So I'm going to be putting all those in there. So it's just extra materials because I'm trying to build up the library of Patreon to say thank you to anyone who subscribes to that, because we're trying to garner some funds for our oracle cards that Eleni and I are making as well. Okay, you guys, so I hope you have picked, again, number 1 is the Gatherer, so we're going to start with that. And are you their fantasy type? I had done this a while ago, so this is an updated version, so I thought it would be fun to catch up on that. So let's see. The Gatherer. And also what their fantasy is. Look at that, 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. Very cool. The Emperor, look at that. Very good. Yeah, I finally found these sexual healing cards. They had disappeared into one of my bins for the longest time. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the Gatherer. Yeah, you absolutely are their fantasy type. I see you guys as quite a few independent business women, and then also people that you're employed with some of these people as well. And I feel like you're a real hustler and go-getter, and you have some really great focus at work. And also you're not a needy person, and they find that very sexy. They see you as a leader. And with the 10 of Cups, they fantasize you definitely in a family visual, you know what I mean, as their wife, taking you places, going to events. But again, they envision themselves as, and quite a few of them will be as well, in positions of powers. They're head of corporations, they're head of banks, they're musicians, types like that. They're people that wield considerable power with the Emperor card. You know, they don't think they have a little power, they're sexy. They absolutely are 100%. And they're very proud to have you by their sides. That's why they see you as 10 of Cups, you know, someone they can show off, take to nice events, big events, other like weddings, big family gatherings, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I feel like a lot of you are going to get Christmas introductions to your new boyfriend and girlfriend's family as well. They're also their fantasy type in terms of, you're someone who could be completely independent. You don't rely on another man or woman for your income and taking care of yourself. So you can be totally self-sufficient, and you do it beautifully. And also you're very generous in terms of all kinds of things that people look forward to. You know, your kindness, you're very generous with your time, your resources. You're very open-minded and stuff, and you're a heavy thinker. Sometimes at this point it's funny because it is what this is actually what they fantasize about. And I feel like, again, they fantasize that they're rescuing you, that you're held captive somewhere, or you're unable to move or escape from somewhere you are, and they rescue you from that. It's just one of their childhood type of stories, you know, that remain with them. Yeah, I feel like too, you have a lot of great resources to work from. I feel like you have a very creative personality. I feel like if there's ever a problem in your life, you find fast, clear course corrections so you don't get bogged down. Yeah, they definitely see you as somebody who's a go-getter and knows the direction they're going to go in, and they're not distracting. And you also don't have controlling issues. You're happy to go along to get along. You're a very good team player. You're very transparent and honesty. They like that. Also, you're their fantasy type because you give very clear indicators whether or not you're interested. And that's important because a lot of people play games and that doesn't really help anybody, does it? So I'm going to grab you guys an affirmation card too because I love these. Patience. Let me see if I can get it right on the sweet reader spot. Congratulations. I'm going to actually read this and then hold on to that. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start by using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is a sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be now to go to the post office. So that's you. I'm also hearing too that he likes the fact that he or she likes the fact that you're an excellent listener. I do feel like you take the time to get the facts and the details, and they really appreciate that. Again, yeah, that's very sweet. So that's you guys. Yeah, and a couple of you out there, get ready for some offers. I mean, big time offers to go on nice vacations, engagements. There's a lot of really good stuff in there. And again, with Jupiter now moving into its true house of Sagittarius, this is the time of gift giving from the universe. I mean, in terms of money, love, proposals, trips, raises at work, anything that pertains to you getting more of what you want is in the offing. It's such a powerful time. The stakes are like raised times 10. It is just a super abundant, affluent harvest time for everything. I feel like there's just nothing you can't have if you just allow it to come to you right now. So that's amazing, you guys. So that's you. So if you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe and press the little bell down there too, so you'll get all the notifications when the new videos come out. Look at this. That's fantastic. And all my links are below if you guys need any private reads or any information on my jewelry store, anything. All the links are down below there. Fantastic, gatherer. That's wonderful. Okay, I'm just going to flip these over so we know where we stand. We are now on number 2, the owl. Are you their fantasy type? King of Cups. Oh, nice. Four of Swords. Queen of Swords. Wow. Oh my God, the devil. Never mind about that. We laughed so hard when that first came up. That is ridiculous. These are the sexy, sexy cards. And if I ever saw a wood nymph running around with a gigantic penis, I would set the Olympic world record running in the opposite direction. I'd be like, Jackie Joanna Kersey, watch out because I'm going to burn flames right over you. Look at that. Could you imagine? Holy cow. So let's see, with the King of Cups, I love that Queen of Swords. Yes, the devil. So yes, you are their fantasy type, but here's what, this person that's fantasizing about you, they're quite a fantastical person anyway. They live in a fantasy sex realm. They adore sex, they adore women's bodies, and the opposite, if it's women and men's, they're a little bit insatiable for sure. I call this the insatiable card when it pertains to any kind of fantasy or sexual reading. Yeah, they are just like, they could go 2-3 times a day. They're either thinking about it, preparing to do it, doing it, or getting food after doing it. One of those people. And again, they see you as a very exalted king or queen. They see you in their fantasy. You are, of course, you are a ruler of people. You are someone who governs over people and looks after their welfare, and you care well for them. And you're also, you know, you're not dictatorial. You're not any of those things. In fact, you're, I like fours in terms of being a number of balance. But I feel like they see you as very cerebral and a deep thinker as well, and they love that. So some of the fantasies that they incorporate is like, you know, you're a professor and they're your student, things like that type. And for you students out there at universities and stuff, I see these are classmates as well that, you know, you get that little bit of drift time while you're studying or listening to lectures for yourself to daydream off. I feel like a few of you have admirers out there, and they are having sexual fantasies about you in the classroom where they have time to kill for sure, and you are their exact type. But again, they see you as an exalted type of thing, almost like untouchable. So if you ever want to open up the avenues of dialogue with these people, simply make sure you make good eye contact, smile, be warm, be friendly, because it's funny how some people can have this fearful state in their head to just go up and approach someone. Like, I've never had that, so I don't really understand that, but I deal with people that do have those blockages, and it's almost unfathomable to me that you can't just say anything to anyone at any given time. You know, I've never had those restrictions, but so many people really do, and especially males, because their egos are delicate and they fear rejection. So if you want someone to approach you, just give them a warm smile. That's all the invitation they need. You know what I mean? If they hit a cold stare coming through, or anything like that, or a tight mouth or closed off body language, they will not attempt it because they don't want their egos damaged. So yeah, they are thinking of you as an exalted, heavy thinking type, but they are hot as hell for you. If they come anywhere near you with something like that, call the cops. Game over. No, thank you. But again, yeah, this person is very highly sexed as well. So I'm going to get you a manifestation card. I get so excited when I see stuff like that, because right now in the air, like I was saying to the earlier group with a Jupiter in a friggin' Sagittarius, it is the month of just gifts and giving and doors and windows being open. Again, it's like there's nothing you can't have if you just want to allow it to come in. You know what I mean? You just start manifesting. Right now, I saw this thing this morning with Jake Ducey, which I adore. You write on a little index card like this size. You write down what you want to manifest and get specific. Carry it around with you. The mere fact that you continually have it on you is like re-hardwiring your brain to remember this constantly, whatever it is. I have love coming to me every day. I have money coming to me every day. If you want a series of things, and then you just keep reminding of it, and your energy starts to soar with that. So look at this, the magic card. This is my favorite card in the deck. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill in their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine with, holy crap, that's unbelievable. Although I don't know how many times a day I'm like, that's amazing. Like, I'm amazed. I choose to be bewildered by life instead of being like, oh, well, I have enough knowledge, thank you. No way. I'm never going to know enough cool stuff that's out there. I'm always going to be flipping through the channels, going through research, finding stuff out, because there's little enclaves of magic and love everywhere. Really everywhere. Just in a conversation, a most mundane conversation you can have, for sure. I go down the beach almost every day, and sometimes I do my private reads down there, and I find the coolest stuff that goes on. Bird behaviors, people behavior, children behaviors, everything. So look for the magic and believe in it, you guys. So that's you. That's amazing. So you're the king or queen out there, and you're getting it done. Look at that. So if you guys are new, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Press it. Do it, and the bell so you get your notifications. And again, my links are all down below. If you just press the little gray arrow, it has all my information as to reads, my Instantgo, anything you could possibly want to know is down below there. So thank you very much, Owl Group. Amazing. Yes. Now we're on to the ghost dance. So are you their fantasy type? Ooh-hoo. Ooh-hoo. Exalted status. Ooh-hoo. They had a broken heart. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. You're coming into some money. King of Swords. Yes. Look at this with the... Look at that with the Empress and the King. You're higher than him if you're a woman and he's a man. That's great. Yes. You are their fantasy type, and this is what they're fantasizing about you, which is hilarious. And I love this because when people generally start to fantasize or think about somebody, it usually is not in a present day scenario. It's very funny. Everybody has specific types of how they think of people and where they are and stuff. Again, with this particular person, I see this is classmates of yours at university. This is workmates. This is family, friends. These are new acquaintances as well. Again, I see them seeing you as sort of like a pagan goddess, or a a Celtic sort of queen, or somebody that is involved in nature and the esoteric as well. They like that mystery, that female mystery. And again, these people, I believe they are, and quite a few of them are your bosses, because with everything that happens with HR, people can hardly approach other people in a business environment in anything that's just not, very vanilla, because so many lawsuits can happen, type of things. But I feel like that this person too there is a person out there, I feel, for this particular group that you're going to collaborate with, and you're going to make quite a bit of money. You have somebody you're going to run into that's a romantic interest, that also fantasizes about you, that has a top-notch idea, but you also have a matching set to that. Like they are a cog in the wheel, and it's starting to turn, and you're the rest of the machinery that helps it to go. And this particular person, they had a broken heart, and they feel a lightness and a love in you, and they're very attracted to that. They're attracted to your kindness. And one of the biggest winners in any survey was what attracted men to women and vice versa, after the initial physicality, was the fact that that person was kind. Because kindness withstands such tests of time and a barrage of hardships. Because if you're kind to other people, you're generally kind to yourself. You're giving, you're forgiving, and you forge forward, and you get over things. Again, you're another group where there is nothing you can't have, as long as you just allow it. You know what I mean? Joy, love, light, beauty. It's like magical love, and everything is just surrounding everybody, and massive abundance stays. And I feel like this group, you're particular love magnets right now at this time. There's a magnetic pull to you. Like, I feel you have this very sort of mysterious aura and loveliness, and people are very like asking questions about you. They're following you on social media. They're completely into you. And again, they feel like you have a somewhat elevated status in terms of either cerebrally, you're quite clever, you're excellent at what you do. There's just a je ne sais quoi as well, that they find beautiful, and they would love to be in your presence. But again, I want you to keep your eyes out for people out there that you're coming into contact, because guess what? When one sensibility is excited, it excites another. When you are sensually in an aroused state, that's all kinds of synapses and other things that go off in your body. And usually I feel like you get shots of genius, because it's all kinds of chemicals and dopamine and natural adrenaline stuff that starts to fire off finances and synapses, and it starts to just like rocket fuel you into another sort of higher dimension of thought, which is where all your great ideas are coming from. You see people in love too, they're so happy, so stuff just drifts to them. It really does. It just comes in waves to them because of that lovely state of mind. That's awesome. So let's get you guys a manifestation card. Wonder. Oh, look at that. I'm going to read this and then show it to you, because whenever I try to read it under the thing. Wonder. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. Yeah, I read this thing this morning and I absolutely adored it, that it's much better to just be bewildered and in a state of wonderment about the world around you than to think we got it all figured out and to think we know everything, because we don't. And we certainly don't in the fantasy league of other people's minds, right? Just think of your own mind, how it can be so complicated and such varying degrees and specifics and ideas. And it's just like, it's a never-ending cavern of thought and expansion, right? So it is so nice to just be in sheer wonder of what's out there. Aren't you sometimes in wonder of your capabilities? Like, how the hell did I pull that off? I always go into every occasion with, I got this. But after I actually do it, I'm like, wow, that was a lot. That was pretty cool. Be in wonder at yourself, too, and your accomplishments, because you are something else, and you are a force to be reckoned with, and you are a high-value person. Amazing, you guys. I'm so excited for you. Yes. Look at this. Got your monies coming too. I'm very excited. You're slaying it over here. Nice. So if you guys are new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and press the little bell too, so you get the notifications when the new videos are up. And my links are right below for all my private reads, Instantgo, or any of that information. So that was you, Ghost Dance. You're formidable. You're slaying it. Woo! Okay, now we're going on to the upper world. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Two of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oof, nice. Death. Nice. A lot of you are just moving on to bigger behaviors. Ace of Swords, look at that. Ace of Swords, double aces hitting the ground. Yeah, you guys are getting gifts from the universe that is like unparalleled at this point. As I've been saying with Jupiter going into Sagittarius, it is the planet of gifts, expansion, love, like just limitless horizons. Again, it's something where you cannot, there's nothing you can't have as long as you just allow it. If you just start manifesting, making the game plan for it, writing it down, and then releasing it to the universe, it's just going to drift and fall right in your lap. Right in your lap, including your fantasy man. Here's why. Your old blockages and your old way of living is now, that's it. You're now Phoenix from the ashes. You're dropping any of those people, places, and things that do not serve you in every single way. Anybody that makes you feel less than, anybody that makes you feel self-conscious, second guess yourself, any of those things. You don't need somebody else's ideology or dogma. You're just dropping that. That death card in the center is perfect for that. Just saying, hey man, you are the bomb. You are the catch. You are the queen. Why the hell would you ever listen to someone's opinion or your old opinion of yourself? And the only reason that opinion is there because it's an old record player of teachers, parents, siblings, friends that really aren't friends, saying unpleasant things that went into your personal diatribe that you kept rehearing, making you think you were less. And then you're like, oh no, guess what? Good day to you, sir. I dropped all those old habits of listening to bad things, and now I have double aces hitting the ground, and I'm ready to receive the bounty. I'm ready to be the person that's fantasized about, that people of a higher grade, people that I want to come into my realm, people that are in my periphery, and that, yeah, you are the catch, you are the queen. That is fantastic. And guess what? You're also going to be able to decipher very quickly right from wrong in terms of where you're going, what you want to do, how to spend your money, where to invest money, what's coming towards you, all those things. So that's amazing. And also, yeah, you're going to realize people, almost like a dog senses evil or not evil. You're going to have that. You're going to be able to sniff out people that do not have your highest sense of your higher purpose in ready for you and to help you and to aid you. I was trying to think of the perfect phraseology, but it's basically that I feel like you have people coming into your realm that are almost going to be like angels on earth to protect you and watch out for you, because you're going to be going through some ascensions in terms of self-actualization and higher realms of spirituality, and you're going to see lots of synchronicities, and you're going to be having life mates come in, and these earth angels are here to help you, guide you, and protect you. Because what happens is it can almost be overwhelming. Every sense and synapse is fired, right, when you come into contact with twin flames and soul flames. And I feel like right now that there are a lot of people around you that are engaging in a rich fantasy life that you're the main star of, you know what I mean? That they see you as a life mate with them. They see you going out and then being able to splurge on you. That's one of their main things, that they can take you to the most beautiful places, to like gorgeous restaurants in New York, and be able to fly you all over the world, and be able to show up, you know, sort of Pretty Woman style with jewelry in a box and a gorgeous gown, and have you all fitted out and ready to go places. That's their fantasy, to treat you like an absolute queen. And there's quite a few people out there that have their eye on you on social media and regular everyday life. Yeah, and you guys, you really have an abundance of things coming towards you. Just let it flow to you, because again, there isn't anything you can't have right now. You know what I mean? I feel like you're going to have health in abundance. Your positive thoughts are going to be there every morning. You're going to be highly motivated. You're going to have self-confidence. You're going to have all those things that really infuse your life with energy. Yeah, I feel like you guys really on an upsweep of that energy. Amazing. So let's see what your manifestation card is. Authenticity. I like this a lot. I'm going to see if I can read it from where I am. Authenticity. I want to get you right in the good lighting. Authenticity is the name of the game. Whenever it comes up, I will feel it. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it doesn't have to get it. But at least they know it, because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive-aggressive note about it. Isn't that hilarious? Pating, he's got a little horn. Yeah, that's me. I don't have any brain fog or clutter in my head, because being a Sagittarius, right as something goes down, I just say, I try to clarify, because you'll have people that they're not trying to cause harm, they're not trying to be whatever, but transparency and honesty are clear indicators that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. You know what I mean? You don't have to go back and correct if you let it be known what the parameters are at the very beginning, right? You know what's healthy, you know what's advisable, you know how to spread joy, love, light, and beauty. And if somebody around you isn't doing that, or they're sucking the life out of scenarios and stuff, you're not afraid to say, well, this isn't really the environment I want to stay in, unless you can escort that person away too. You know what I mean? You're not wasting your time anymore, which I love. Very, very beautiful. I love that. Yeah. And you're going to manifest great things toward you because of that. You know what I mean? With these double aces, that's absurd. You're just ready to roll. You're in it to win it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Lovely. So if you guys are new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and press the little bell too, so you get all the notifications for new videos. And in the corner bottom right of the video is a little gray arrow that goes to all my links if you want to see any listings about private reads, my Instantgo reads, a jewelry store, anything like that. Patreon, everything's all on there. And like I said earlier with Patreon, there's going to be some new videos on there for the contributors that are just fun special things that I do in person out in my yard. They're regular reads, but there are going to be some unique reads and stuff in there because it's something I've got to spruce up, and I'm excited to make it nice. So that was you, Upperworld. Fantastic. Double aces. Woo, woo. Let's see the staff. Are you their fantasy type? 4 of swords. It's funny, each one has had a sword. The moon. Yes. New moon, too. 8 of swords. Oh, and 6 of cups. Very cool. Yeah, it's funny. I get a very clear fantasy in this too. It's so funny. It's like, I see, it's so funny. This particular person, they're very Renaissance-like, and they're very, they're driven into Italian art and things like that. So it's basically set, in Venice, in the area that is like saturated with art and beauty, and that you're a courtesan, and that you live up in one of those beautiful stone homes right above the water, and they come and they visit you, and you can see the moonlight on the water, all those things. It's very beautiful. And also in real life, it's like these people, again, it's so funny. There are a lot of people that are watching you on social media. There are people you work with. There are other students at universities with you, friends of your families and things. And I feel like you're actually going to get real life offers, because these people are going to snap out of their revelry and realize, okay, I can think about this as much as I want and be in my head with all these swords, but wouldn't a real life date with this person be even better? And I always feel like there is moon magic, and new moon magic is fresh energy that comes in, that blows away the cobwebs, that lets you know anything is possible, and there isn't anything you can't have. Once you just set your mind to it, all you have to do is ask, right? That's all. It has to do with the 7 laws of abundance. You just follow them, and you can basically have anything. Super easy to clear those blocks. You simply don't want to suffer anymore, right? Life has a way of teaching us, if we'll suffer greatly by not following the laws of the universe. You know what I mean? We're going to have blockages if we do those old patterns of saying after I am too young, I'm too inexperienced. You're not too or anything. Everything has to change that pattern of thinking every time that comes in. Definitely. Your new pattern of thinking should only be this: I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am worthy of every loving being on the planet. I am worthy of a windfall of money continually. I am wealthy, I am wise, I am strong, I am healthy. My body heals itself. My body is strong. My brain is strong. I can learn anything. I can do anything. I am unstoppable. All those things. That's what you want in your repertoire. And again, I told the other groups too to just get one of these small cards, and I want you to write your manifesto on there. It's basically going to be 1 or 2 sentences of your new affirmation. Whatever you want to be. I am hilarious. I am full of love. I am whatever you want it to be, and get descriptive and carry it around with you. And then you're going to start to touch it and feel it and see it all the time. It's going to rewire your brain to think like that, because you see it, and it is reaffirmed every time you see, touch, or hear that card rattle around. Okay, just a reminder of the great person you are. Because people are out there, we always think in our mind, okay, we're just this little entity moving around. Nobody noticed us. We're just going about our business. We're working so hard. Nobody cares how hard we work. Nobody cares what we say. And when you start to think like that, you can actually become an invisible entity, because you're believing it. You're therefore telling yourself what you have to say is important. How you move around is completely unnoticed. That's not what you want. You want to reaffirm the fact that you are actual participating part of this beautiful life experience with others, and you're communicating and you're connecting, because that is what you're doing now. And you're actually, the moon is empowering you, this new moon of this new phase, this new discovery about yourself, that you can have anything you want, be anything you want, go anywhere you want. And you do. You have people like really heavily thinking about you in the realm of love and fantasy and everything else, asking you out, you guys going to beautiful places, them being able to provide you with, like I see people that would just love to take you in a beautiful car with a driver so they can sit in the back and talk to you, go to a beautiful restaurant, go see a show, just go and just enjoy and just talk and get to know each other. And you're both on equal footing of listening, because you're both happy to be in each other's company, and you're just smitten. And I actually see this coming into fruition for a lot of you. It is because you're starting to manifest and know it's so easy, it's so possible. The only reason things don't happen as fast as we wish is because we're still doing the same old patterns, right? If you drive the same way to work, act the same way at work, go to the same places, talk to the same people, respond the same ways, the same things are going to happen. It's that same record. You have to go, you have to experience new things. You have to be in awe of life. You have to go to places you haven't gone, try some food you haven't tried, talk to people you haven't talked to, expand your life. Then this stuff occurs. You need expansion, and it is an expansion time. Jupiter in Sagittarius is that. And you guys get the nature card. I'm going to read it from this end because it's simpler. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Take a walk in the woods, smell those flowers, hug some trees. You might think you're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree huggery and stuff. But you'll find that even then, those trees will hug you back. Trees come from before a time of irony, and their earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. Yeah, that's another thing that will ground you out. That's some of the biggest times I've realized my potential has been out in nature, when I'm walking and I just see birds and I see trees and I realize, wow, everything out here is a virtual miracle. How am I not outside just staring at trees and listening to them, and the birds and the animals and the squirrels, and I have everything in my yard, and turkeys and woodchucks and everything that comes into my life. I'm like, how am I not continually in utter awe of these things? This is where you start to expand yourself. If you can get to a zoo, if you can get to an aquarium, looking at life forms that just expand how you think. Because there is a rich fantasy life coming to you as well, and you need to open up all those other avenues. Because if you're just, again, stuck in doing the same places with the same people, at having the same occurrences, you're not going to have this wild, rich fantasy life that you deserve. So seriously start in nature with just stepping outside your doorstep and take in how many sounds you hear that are occurring in nature right then. I love that for you guys. That's amazing. Yeah, you have a lot of good stuff coming with this fresh new moon energy. A lot of new things that you're, like, it's an old adage, if you read a book, you learn something. If you read it twice, you learn something about yourself. Like what you actually absorbed the first time, and why you absorbed that information, and why you're now absorbing new information, and how you're perceiving it now, right? And it could be just years later and it's totally different. So things like that, yeah, you're having epiphanies all over the place, which is beautiful. Way to go, you guys. I love that. So that was you, Steph. So if you guys are new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also press the notification bell right next there so you'll know when the new videos come up. Let's see. And now and also all my links are down below. If you guys need private reads or Instantgo link, any of those things, my Etsy store, everything's down there. Patreon, go check stuff out, because it's totally awesome down there in the subculture and the subterranean. So the drum, look at the artwork on this. Could you just look at it? It just looks like a pop of light coming out right underneath the bird's neck. Look at that. And the planets, I just love that. It's almost like there's 1,000 layers on this one card. So beautiful. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you guys. Ooh, woohoo, the star. I did a couple personal reads today, and I had the star keep coming up. Ooh, nice. 5 of Pentacles. Well, 5 you got to keep an eye on. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. Very cool. Yeah, it's funny. In this I heard this before I even got this card. Your people that are fantasizing about you, is particularly when in general, they have a very Romanesque version of this. It's a very hedonistic thing where you guys you're basically in charge. You're large and in charge. You have all the money you could possibly want. You have people serving you night and day, giving you whatever you want, and you basically have all your time freed up to have sex around the clock and eat all the food you want in just hedonistic times. They also picture, just walking, eating, having sex, talking, looking at art. That is their version and their dream of you right now. It's very funny. And also that you're very wealthy. Some of you do actually have quite a bit of money coming to you as well in real life. And with the star right now, that's your wish card. If you want these people to come in with their rich fantasy lives about you and you being able to reciprocate this, there isn't a more ideal time, especially with 11:11 approaching and Jupiter in our own house of Sagittarius, which is super expansive. So people are knowing the possibilities of moving from fantasy into reality is very, very simple. It's just a question, would you like to go out with me? That's how simple it is. It really is. Would you like to go out with me? Or you taking a chance by saying yes when somebody asks you out? You never ever know. In fact, I've had some of my best friends say, wow, I would have never thought that I would have connected with this person on this level. Either it was the way they looked initially, or they had a crazy laugh or something where they would have thought there wouldn't have been a connection, and then there was a really nice connection just by saying yes. You don't have anything to lose. You can get to that restaurant, to that club, wherever, and you can leave any second you want. Your choices are always flexible and fluid. You're never locked in. That's what you have to remember. The choice is always yours. You don't have to spend time with anybody you don't want, anywhere you don't want to be ever. You simply just ghost them. Good day to you. Thank you for this very lame time. I'll be going. I'm never to see you again. Very good. Peace out. I mean, I try never to be rude to anybody. I've been married for 100 years, so it's hardly me out on dates, but I've been at places with people and found them so utterly just off-putting or nasty or whatever that I just get up in the middle of a conversation, even if it's just me they're talking to, and I swivel on my heel and I leave. I don't have time for that. I cherish my time. I like who I am. I like being by myself. I like reading books. I don't need to be standing there listening to a self-inflated ass face. I'm gone. Peace out. And that's going to be you too. You're going to have a lot of self-actualization that your time is valuable, that you're the catch, you're the hot stuff, you're the winner, you're their wish. You're their winner, chicken dinner. You don't have to, you don't have to change. You don't have to mold yourself into anything. You are the ideal. So remember that. We are all unique individual energies anyway. And you have multitudes of people thinking about you. You're very magnetic right now. A lot of people feel pulled towards you. Don't let it ever overwhelm you. It's wonderful to have people be charmed by you and have them in your periphery because they just want to be close to you and linger by your desk or be near you, or try to help you with your homework, try to help you with your work. Any of those things, carry your bags for you, do anything to be of assistance. It's very, very sweet. And remember, again, when we are dealing with any of these people that are approaching you, the number one thing that men love in women and vice versa is kindness. After that initial physicality is over, they love that because they see you as someone. When you show kindness, that's amidst so many different languages at once. Once that you love and care for others, that nobody who's not spiritual is if somebody is caring and loving, they are spiritual to some degree. They're someone who will look out for others, stand up for others. They usually set firm boundaries because they realize our personal energy is not endless. We only have so much to disperse, keep for ourselves, and put out there at the end of the day. Some people seem to have boundless energy. Some days, I'm serious, I don't know how I accomplish what I do, speak to so many people, do what I do, connect with so many, and not be tired. But again, it's because of this huge chunk of tourmaline that grounds me out. I continually ground myself. I stop, do mini meditations, which take me to another place and make me feel peaceful. You're going to start to do these little practices too that help you. The quiet little, I just call it like tea meditation. You're drinking a cup of tea or coffee. That's all you're doing when you're doing that. You're not catching up on emails. You're just doing that, and you're living a rich fantasy life in your head, like who you're attracting. You're getting very specific. Again, I tell everybody, get these little cards and start filling them out. Write down very specifically who you'd like to draw to you and who you'd like to manifest, and really, really focus in on this energy for yourself. And it's just going to come to you because that's the way the world is working right now. That's the way the energy is so galvanized to help us that there is nothing you cannot have. All you have to do is allow it. You just think about it, write it down, and let it go and let it come to you. Don't attach impatience or desperation or any time frame on it. Your guides in the universe are there to give you these things for sure. So look at this, letting go. Look at this guy. Letting go. Here's your manifestation card. Let me get it so I can read it right in the spot. I don't dwell on bad things that have happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. There you go. That's what, any blockages that you have, guess what? Drop them like that lovely camel or whatever that creature is, right straight out of his backpack. Remember the old saying I used to say that if every time you're hurt you put a marble in a backpack and you carry it around? If you never let those grudges go, you would not be able to carry that backpack. It would defeat you and throw you to the ground. It would be so heavy. Let go of everything. They even say when people, every research thing I've ever seen on forgiveness, that you have way more endurance after you forgive somebody. Your vitality returns. You're hardly ever ill. You don't catch all those little colds. Hanging on to grudges, hanging on to pain only creates blockages. Let it all go so you can have this. So this star can just flow in. This money can flow to you. This rich, sensual fantasy life that can come to reality very easy for you, because you're actually like a cyclone of love and light right now, and just pulling and exuding, and you're highly magnetic to people right now. You know what I mean? They just love being in your sphere and your presence, which I love, and that's fantastic. Again, by letting go, that manifests faster. That's going to have your law of attraction on super power drive, right? By letting everything go. And yeah, grudges aren't a bad look. Who wants to hear somebody going on and on and on, harping about, well, Emily did this to me, I can't believe she never returned my sweater, oh, I'm the most boring person, blah 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 blah. When people start doing that, I just cash out. I start living my own fantasy in my own head, because I don't want to hear people, because the people that generally do that, and I hate to generalize, but absolutely people that usually harp on subjects, that is their go-to behavior. They do it constantly, and it's a weight. It weighs the listener down, and it's not fair to do. So if you ever feel like doing that, talk to thin air. That's what I do. I don't do it to other people because it weighs them down. They feel like they have to rescue you. They then start to remember grudges they have. So now they're sent down poison avenue. And we don't ever want to do that to somebody. We want them on star avenue, right? We want them light and clear and cognizant that everything they want is within reach, and there's nothing they can't have, and there's nothing you can't have. Right there, especially with this magic energy all around. New moon energy is a fresh restart button. Speaking of buttons, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Beep beep, hit that, and also hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when all the new videos are up. And I'm going to try to do one multiple pick a card, because I know you guys like these. And I want to thank you very much. All my links are down below. If you need any private reads or Instantgo, any of the links, everything is down there. Thanks again, you guys. I can't tell you how much I appreciate. And if you'd like, again, too, to check out my Patreon page, I'm starting to fill it up with videos for any of the donors, so you guys can have some fun stuff. New reads down there too, because I realize that I have to sort of get some traction on that and get that going. And remember, you guys, you're worth your weight in gold. Don't let anybody ever treat you less than, because you're the sun, the star, the moons. You're the catch. You're the beauty. You are the light in a lot of people's eyes. So keep on being you guys. And thanks again for all your beautiful comments. I'm really excited. And again, if you guys, if anybody's still on there, hanging in there, I want you to comment below what you're trying to manifest right now. Just write it down. The more you write it down, the more you say it, the more it's out there, the more it's read by others, the more it starts to just gain momentum and magnify. Get it. Get all this good stuff. Get it. Look, winter. We threw winter out of the room. Poor winter. Peace out.